Hello, this is Lodro Rinzler. This is our fourth video in this particular series about the path of the tiger, which is from the book The Buddha Walks into a Bar. In light of recent events, I'm actually recording this 1 week after the Boston Marathon tragedy. And in light of that, I thought it might make sense to talk a little bit about gentleness. So gentleness is one of the things I always emphasize early on when someone begins a meditation practice. For one thing, it's very hard, this practice. It's really hard to get into, and you don't see results right away. So it can get frustrating. And when you get frustrated, if you're like me, you tend to take it out on yourself. You tend to get a little bit of aggressive. So instead of getting super aggressive with yourself, we have to learn to switch this 180 degrees and apply gentleness. And I include this in the path of the tiger in the Buddha Walks into a Bar, because while tigers are often thought of as very violent beasts, because they have this ability to rip through flesh with their nails, their claws. If you've ever seen a mother tiger with her cub, there's incredible tenderness, incredible gentleness there. And it's an interesting analogy because there's so much strength in this particular scenario. There's the ability to exert extreme aggression. There's the tools to do it, and yet the strength comes from the fact that instead the tiger chooses gentleness and chooses the ability to be playful and gentle with her world. So with that analogy in mind, when you're sitting on the meditation cushion and you are having a hard time staying with the breath, instead of saying thinking, 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 we can take a very sweet approach to ourselves. The idea of the Tibetan word for meditation, gom, G-O-M, is that we become familiar with ourselves. That's the other translation. So in order to become familiar, we have to become very gentle and inquisitive about our mental and emotional states. So as you engage your meditation practice, please remember to be very, very gentle. If that's the only thing you take away from this series of instructions on meditation practice, that would be more than enough in my mind. Just learn to be gentle. And the more we learn to be gentle to ourselves, the more we manifest that to others, and the more we change the world. Okay, thank you, and I'll talk to you next week.